A man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. James Allen. Welcome to the second chapter of As a Man Thinketh, titled Effect of Thought on Circumstances. In this video, we explore how your circumstances are not the cause of your thoughts but the result. Everything you experience outwardly is born inwardly. This chapter unveils the law of cause and effect as it applies to your inner world. Circumstance does not make the man, it reveals him to himself. Let us begin. Man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild, but whether cultivated or neglected, it must, and will, bring forth. If no useful seeds are put into it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein, and will continue to produce their kind. Thoughts are the seeds. Circumstances are the harvest. What you think repeatedly, your life becomes. If you let your mind run wild with anger, jealousy, fear, or doubt, your circumstances will mirror that inner chaos. But if you plant thoughts of peace, courage, clarity, and kindness, your outer world will begin to reflect those qualities. Just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds, and growing the flowers and fruits which he requires, so may a man tend the garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless, and impure thoughts, and cultivating toward perfection the flowers and fruits of right, useful, and pure thoughts. Your current life is the harvest of your previous thinking. Think about it. Have your repeated thoughts built harmony or stress, joy or bitterness, action or delay? By pursuing this process, a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life. He also reveals, within himself, the laws of thought, and understands, with ever-increasing accuracy, how the thought forces and mind elements operate in the shaping of his character, circumstances, and destiny. No one else is cultivating your mind for you. You are the sole gardener. The longer you avoid this truth, the more chaotic your life becomes. Thought and character are one, and as character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Your life situation is the mirror. Your mind is the original. If you don't like what you see outside, look within. This doesn't mean every event is under your control, but it means how you interpret and respond to life absolutely is. This does not mean that a man's circumstances at any given time are an indication of his entire character, but that those circumstances are so intimately connected with some vital thought element within himself that, for the time being, they are indispensable to his development. Every struggle you face is connected to a thought pattern you must outgrow. Every failure is the result of a belief that needs to evolve. Even suffering can be a message, not punishment, but instruction. Every man is where he is by the law of his being. The thoughts which he has built into his character have brought him there, and in the arrangement of his life there is no element of chance, but all is the result of a law which cannot err. You are not unlucky. You are not cursed. You are not doomed. You are powerful beyond belief, once you begin to master your thoughts. Good thoughts and actions can never produce bad results. Bad thoughts and actions can never produce good results. This is the law of cause and effect. Plant mangoes, you get mangoes. Plant poison ivy, you get poison ivy. What you feed your mind, you feed your future. A man does not come to the almshouse or the jail by the tyranny of fate or circumstance, but by the pathway of groveling thoughts and base desires. Look around at your life. Every bit of it, the good, the painful, the joyful, has a root in the way you have been thinking. Nor does a pure-minded man fall suddenly into crime by stress of any mere external force. The criminal thought had long been secretly fostered in the heart, and the hour of opportunity revealed its gathered power. No thought is harmless. What you think in silence one day becomes action in the light. This is why watching your mind is not optional, it is survival. Circumstance does not make the man, it reveals him to himself. You want to know who you truly are? Look at how you respond to adversity. Look at the patterns in your life. They speak louder than any words you say. Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. You may want wealth, love, peace, success. But you don't get what you want. You get who you are. You must become the kind of person who naturally attracts what you desire. Become peaceful, and you will draw peace. Become disciplined, and success will follow. Become generous, and love will meet you. The divinity that shapes our ends is in ourselves, it is our very self. Do not wait for a miracle. You are the miracle. Only himself manacles man. Thought and action are the jailers of fate, they imprison, being base. They are also the angels of freedom, they liberate, being noble. You hold the keys to your freedom in the way you think. Man is buffeted by circumstances so long as he believes himself to be the creature of outside conditions, but when he realizes that he is a creative power, and that he may command the hidden soil and seeds of his being out of which circumstances grow, he then becomes the rightful master of himself. You are not a puppet. You are the author. You are not the victim. You are the sculptor. That circumstances grow out of thought every man knows who has for any length of time practiced self-control and self-purification, for he will have noticed that the alteration in his circumstances has been in exact ratio with his altered mental condition. Look back at your life. When your thinking improved, didn't your life improve too? When your attitude changed, didn't new opportunities appear? The proof is in your past. So true is this that when a man earnestly applies himself to remedy the defects in his character, and makes swift and marked progress, he passes rapidly through a succession of vicissitudes. Rapid mental growth brings rapid change in life. The soul attracts that which it secretly harbors, that which it loves, and also that which it fears. Be mindful of what you fear. Fear has creative power, just like love. What you obsess over, good or bad, will take root and grow. Men are anxious to improve their circumstances, but are unwilling to improve themselves, they therefore remain bound. This is the hard truth. Most people want change without changing. But real transformation begins with the inner world, not the outer. The man who does not shrink from self-crucifixion can never fail to accomplish the object upon which his heart is set. It takes courage to let go of the old self. But what waits on the other side is a life of freedom and power. This is equally true of worldly success. All that a man achieves and all that he fails to achieve is the direct result of his own thoughts. You are one powerful thought pattern away from an entirely different life. A strong man cannot help a weaker unless that weaker is willing to be helped, and even then the weak man must become strong of himself. He must, by his own efforts, develop the strength which he admires in another. No one can do it for you, but you can do it for yourself. You must become the change you long for. None but himself can alter his condition. This is the closing truth. The universe does not play favorites. It responds to your mental vibration. If you change your thinking, you change your life. Let the lesson be clear. You don't need better luck. You need better thoughts. Your life is a mirror. Your thoughts hold the brush. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we explore Chapter 3, Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. Until then, think with clarity. Live with purpose.